Because in English language, we have this thing called conventional. This is called the table, right? La mesa. So the word and the object, despite by conventional communication, how many tables, how many lights, but there is no direct convention. Why? Because in Hebrew, the Hebrew letters are called Leshon HaKodesh, holy language. Leshon HaKodesh. Leshon HaKodesh. You must remember that. Because Hashem created the universe, the world, from and every word in Leshon HaKodesh. Lahat ng ginamit niyang word were holy tongue, holy language, holy. Okay? And each and every word have a very exact definition, very exact meaning. And we were told that Hashem's doing was asking Adam to define the essence of these animals. Essence. The nefesh of Bahami, meaning the inner essence, the physical manifestation, and asking him the boundary. Give it one title, each animal. So one defining word and brilliance of that was so profound that the Melachim, the angels, immediately became silent. They immediately recognized the intelligence and the cognitability of Adam. When that is the background, then Hashem said, "What shall we call you?" Adam said, "I should be called dirt." Dirt. Dumi. Call me Adam. Why? Because I was created from the ground. Adama. And me, what shall we call me? You should be called Adon, Master of the universe. You are the master of all creation. So let us ask what those titles are all about. So both Adam and adoration does not seem to be quite showing a brilliance of adoration. And it seems quite the opposite, or seems strange. Huh? Number one, it does not matter where he comes from. Let's say it's true. Man was formed from the ground. It's true, once upon a time, Hashem created together ground and made Adam. What does it matter? Huh? What does it matter where you come from? What? Look at what you are. You are the brilliant handicraft of Hashem, and you are the progenitor of the entire world. You are the most brilliant insight created creature. You tower over the rest of the creation. The owner of planet Earth. Remember Abel and Cain? Okay. Abel and Cain had a fight. Huh? What they were really fighting about? They were really fighting about the inheritance of the earth. Inheritance of the earth. That's what they were really fighting for. So actually Adam Rishon owned the planet. He owned the planet. He is the wealthiest, most intelligent, powerful, brilliant creation ever imagine. And yet, he called himself Dumi, dead. At the same time, he owns the planet, the whole earth. And yet, he called himself, I am just dead. Dirt. Where I came from doesn't matter, sabi niya. Where you are from doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what you are. The name does not seem to define the essence. Of Adam. Number 2, even worse than that if you were asking my name and I look at my jacket and say my name is Calvin Klein, what it says inside my jacket is not my name. What do you mean defining the essence of man by your body? Physicality, what is the greatness of human being? What? Do you know? What is the greatness of human being? It is not the physicality, not the arm, not the dirt, where you come from. The essence of man, the greatness of man is called neshama. You know what is neshama? What is neshama? Fine.
So,
Atayo na ako. Baka matumba na naman ako. Dali lang ha. Atayo ako. Kailangan ko tumayo. Sakit sa puwet. Okay. What is neshama? Soul? Soul? Oh? Neshama, what is the first level? First level is what?
nefesh.
Nefesh, and then ruach, then neshama. Okay. So neshama, if you translate them, nefesh is the soul of the body. Ruach is the spirit. So nefesh, neshama is what? Neshama is your intelligent part of yourself. Intelligent part. Pwede. Yes, you can say that. the intelligent part of man. So, the soul of man, why is it by defining the most base, the most lower part, the fact that his body comes from the ground? Question number one, Adam would have cared where you come from. And no, number two is the poor definition, because it's not the greatness of man. But if we form on the other part of the equation, is also not that much better. We all know that it's very difficult for humans to define Hashem in any sense of the word. Hashem is all-knowing, all-present, all-powerful creation. Maintains orchestration, conducting all the physicality. If you want to find the words to solve it and feel Hashem is quite difficult. It doesn't really fit. Master is not really the defining essence of Hashem. Not quite. Master? Oh? You're the master of your creation. So let us ask what those titles are all about. Both names, Adam and Hashem, doesn't seem to be quite showing a brilliance of adoration. It's quite the opposite. Okay. If man is demonstrating his wisdom, man shows his brilliance and is defining Hashem by calling him boss, bossing, doesn't quite seem to be that the brilliance, intelligence, doesn't seem to be the answer. So the question is, what does Adam means when he calls himself Adam? Thus he means, when he calls Hashem, Hashem, this question will give us understanding who man is. There is a mitzvah, commandment, of positive commandments to work on one midot. Do you know what midot is? Character, habit, yes, that's what you call midot in Hebrew. Midot. So, to be good, that is the midot. You have to be good, be generous, to be very even-tempered. But here's the problem. How does one change his inner nature? How? Let's say you wake up early in the morning and say, I would like to be the most humble human being on earth, planet. But here's the problem. I have this thing called arrogance. I was up in the morning and think I'm God. God give to human, but I say, to myself, I don't want to be. That's very nice. But I am, But I am. I think I am great. So I say to myself, listen, heart, I am great. I say to myself, heart, don't think you are great. Don't be haughty. Don't be arrogant. But the problem is I cannot just mold it like clay. I cannot just. Hindi ko basta-basta madidiscipline ang sarili ko dahil mayabang ako, arugante ako, mahirap. So how does one change his very ways that he thinks? How does one change his midot, character, habit, midot? So the most central of all midot is gaiba. In Hebrew, gaiba, meaning pride, conceited, arrogance. And these are all flip side or the other side of humility. Humility. gaiba, pride, conceited, arrogance, flip side of humility. So these are all most difficult to change. But on the other, is the easiest of all midot to change. The single greatest change comes in this area comes in the change of perspective. If a person has a different perspective, there can be no arrogance in their soul. What's perspective? For example, you're a big fan of Muhammad Ali. Huh? And Muhammad Ali, he proclaims himself the greatest boxer in all the world ever. Okay? Quite entertaining boxer. Now, let's say you will go to him now, and challenge him to fight. You know he has a Parkinson's disease, di ba? You can challenge him to fight. You're not an athlete, you're not a boxer, but you say, I guarantee I can knock him down in seconds. Why? Because that's a disease, Parkinson's disease. So, very difficult for him to stand, to move, to walk. And I am out of shape, walk in, knock him in seconds. What if 30 years ago, Muhammad Ali, when he was on his prime time of arrogance, when he was swell mode, huh? What? "30 years forward, I will be beaten by an out of shape rabbi." So where would the arrogance be? Perspective is in the weighty, bigat, mighty. I am an important, very important. But if I understand for a minute that that's tempered, that I'm in a few short years, that it won't be arrogance, it won't be all arrogance, fly away. You cannot feel almighty, you cannot feel important, significant, arrogant, when you know in the next blink of time all that is gone. And if he was always that in a few short decade, he would not be the grand champion of the world, but rather dependent from other people. So this is the perspective. Perspective ang tawag dyan. Arrogance is dependent on a delusion of state. It's the key to understanding work on midot. So the single greatest solution of arrogance, conceited, haughty, is one simple cognition that I fear Hashem. Simple lang. Gusto mong tanggalin yung arrogance mo? I fear Hashem. That's it. Okay? So, in other words, all in all, in totality, you are working with Neshama. Neshama works, but without Ruach and Nefesh can never work. Alright? So, there are more things to learn about Kabbalah. So many things. We are only just opening up, starting up. Okay? Do you have any question before we go up? Please ask question. I urge you to ask question. Go ahead. When Hashem